The cannons rang from the shore of the northwestern tip of San Juan on the island of Puerto Rico. El Morro was under attack by Englishman Sir Francis Drake and his troops. The year was 1595, and it was the first battle the historic war fort had seen. Castillo San Felipe del Morro, commonly referred to as El Morro, was constructed under the rule of King Charles V of Spain in 1539. The fort was finished in 1589, and its purpose was to defend and regulate entry to the port of San Juan. To improve its functions, the fort was reconstructed and expanded in the 1700s under the rule of King Carlos III, who wanted to make San Juan a defense of the First Order. El Morro encountered several battles, the first in 1595 under Sir Francis Drake of England. Then in 1598, another Englishman, George Clifford, attempted to overtake the fort. He was successful because him and his troops entered the fort from land instead of sea. However, their victory was short-lived as illness quickly fell upon them. Several years later, another attempt was made by Dutchman Bunjwin Henswick, who was unable to seize the fort. El Morro survived numerous attacks throughout its long-standing history, and his last active battle under Spanish rule was during the Spanish-American War in 1898. During the war on May 12, 1898, the United States naval forces tried to weaken Spanish defenses and viciously attacked El Morro in the bombardment of San Juan. As a result of the war, the United States gained ownership of Puerto Rico. Under U.S. rule, El Morro became an active U.S. Army post during both World Wars. The fort was used for the U.S. military until 1961, at which point it was retired and became part of the National Park System. El Morro's long-standing military history played a significant role for the defense in the Caribbean for hundreds of years. Today, El Morro, no longer an active fort, serves a different purpose. In 1996, El Morro was used in the award-winning Steven Spielberg film Amistad to depict a fort in Sierra Leone where slaves were auctioned. The historical fort is one of the most visited sites in Puerto Rico, with upwards of 2 million people stepping foot on its grounds each year. The site is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., 7 days a week, and the cost is $3 for people over the age of 15 years old. When navigating through the enormous structure of El Morro, there are areas one must take time to explore. The garritas or sentry boxes are around the outsides of the fort and were used as watchtowers. Most are open for guests to go inside of today. The underground tunnels historically used for the fort's occupants to navigate safely today bear an eerie feeling when walking through. The 3 flags are another must-see at the fort. They are the American flag, the Puerto Rican flag, and the Cross of Burgundy, which was a Spanish military flag from the 16th to 18th century. Ancient cannons are displayed on the various levels as well. There is also a main cannon water battery area, which was used to protect against enemies. On the 3rd level, there is a Santa Barbara statue and prayer area. Santa Barbara is the Catholic saint of the military and Navy. She is thought to protect those who are in danger in their line of work. These are just a few of the main attractions at the historical landmark that is El Morro. One visitor of the fort, Shauna Hargrove, describes her experience.
I explored the various areas of the fort, including tunnels, cannons, and the sentry box, and even spent some time in reflection at the Santa Barbara prayer area. However, my favorite part of the visit was the location. El Morro provides an amazing view of the entire island and of the Caribbean Sea. The fort is an absolute must-see when visiting Puerto Rico.
My experience at El Morro was beautiful. I too enjoyed the prayer reflection area as well as exploring the sentry boxes. I particularly appreciated the lower level of the fort where its historical artifacts are located. There is replicated beds and uniforms of soldiers who were stationed at the fort. There are old-fashioned guns which were used in battle. It is essentially a mini museum of military history. Also on the 1st level is the area where the Puerto Rican flag is displayed with an explanation of its origin. Other historical facts about the island are showcased as well. In addition, there is a gift shop which sells items relating to the history of El Morro and Puerto Rico. My favorite part of the fort by far, however, is the view. From the top of El Morro, you are able to see the city of San Juan, in all its splendor. And best of all, you can feel the warm breeze from the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. It doesn't get much better than that.